Katahdin talks to you in the sense that you're ready to receive it. And so, to me, I always come up here and get a renewed sense of energy. I'm a senior grandma now, so I probably won't be coming up a lot more, but it'll still continue to speak to me. And it's a wonderful spot, and I know it will speak to each person who travels through the trails here. It will mean a great deal to them always.
Yesterday, I had climbed probably close to somewhere between 10 and 15 miles, and it was beautiful and picturesque no matter where we went, and you really felt a sense of accomplishment. But there are certain times that you kind of had to look at it and say, oh, I don't know if I'm in for that. I don't know if I can do that. And you always had that reassuring feeling that, yes, you could. It was going to be okay. And my friend Bill and I were walking along Hamlin Ridge, and it was beautiful, and the wind picked up, and it started to almost move you over the edge, and it kind of gave you that nervous feeling. But then, all of a sudden, I knew that my grandmother was with me. And it was as though she was hugging me and telling me everything was going to be okay and to keep going because I could do it. And so when I had lost faith in myself, she had put the faith back in for me. And actually, it was such a powerful feeling that it actually brought a tear to my eye. It was just such a warm, caring feeling.
The tops of mountains are among the unfinished parts of the globe. Whether it is a slight insult to the gods to climb and pry into their secrets and try their effect on our humanity, only daring and insolent men perchance go there. Simple races do not climb mountains. Their tops are sacred and mysterious tracks never visited by them. Pamola is always angry with those who climb to the summit of Katahdin. Henry David Thoreau.
As Connie said, my great-great-grandfather was one of the first ones to go above the tree line to challenge Pamola, who would always come down and devour anyone who went above the tree line. My grandfather challenged them by going up there and creating a dwelling and then sealing it over with ice so that the Pamola could not come down and capture him or eat him. So he did that by putting water over the entrance and having it frozen. So when Pamola came down, he wasn't able to get in to get my grandfather. So he proved to all the people that you were able to go above the tree line without having to be devoured by this Pamola. And that's one of the small legends that we have about the mountain.
And is talk to people and let them know that there is love and there another dimension for them as they grow up. But we need to know there is another dimension that we are all going at, and we can take it now. We can spread it now.
It's overwhelming because it touches my soul.
Katahdin is to me the most sacred mountain. So please, go see the mountain.
To most people, Mount Katahdin is but a name. To those who have both seen and climbed the mountain, it is a wonderful reality. And the memories of a trip to its summit remain vivid through the years. At present, the great mountain, weather-beaten by time and scarred by the avalanche, is almost inaccessible, the journey entailing expense, hardship, and discomfort. The grandeur of the mountain, its precipitous slopes, its massive cliffs, unusual formation, and wonderful coloring cannot be surpassed or even equaled by any mountain east of the Mississippi River. Katahdin rises abruptly from the plain to the height of 5,273 feet, and without foothills to detract from its solitary dignity, stands alone, a grim gray tower overlooking the surrounding country for hundreds of miles. It is a small wonder that the Aboriginal Indians believed it to be the home of the spirits of the wind, storm, and thunder. Percival Proctor Baxter.
Katahdin is slowly eroding away, but my people are still there. My ancestors are still there, and they will always be there. And if it's meant for me to go and join my ancestors, I would very, very much welcome to join my ancestors.
My great-grand-uncle, Percival Proctor Baxter, had a vision that this mountain needed to be preserved for all time. And he tried to get the state of Maine to buy this mountain. In fact, he offered his salary as governor of Maine to go towards the purchase of it. He was refused twice. And when he stopped being governor of Maine in 1924, he started amassing the land here. It took him 15 years to acquire the mountain that you see here, Mount Katahdin, and then he spent another 15 years amassing 200,000 acres that he gave to the people of Maine with deeds of trust to hold it forever wild.
This mountain raises its head aloft, unafraid of the passing storm, and is typical of the rugged character of the people of Maine. The establishment of this park will lay the foundation of a policy whereby the present generation will deliver a great inheritance to the generations to come. Percival Proctor Baxter.
The deeds of trust by Percival Baxter have been honored, and this mountain and this park and this 200,000 acres remains forever wild, but as a public park for the people to enjoy. There are one-lane dirt roads here and no water, no running water, no electricity, just as Percival Baxter intended. The interesting thing about this area is that Percival Baxter had the vision to keep this mountain in the rhythms of creation. He kept this 200,000 acres without running water, without electricity. He kept them in balance with the rhythms of creation, in balance with the cycles of the earth. The interesting thing is that out in Arizona, the Hopi Indians have had a similar mandate, they feel, from the Creator to keep their land simple and in the balance with creation. There's one village there called Haute Villa, and a small number of families who've kept those rhythms going. They have no running water, no electricity, even today. They haul their water and they use generators when they need electricity. But they feel that the Creator has instructed them to stay in balance with the rhythms of life. And they are doing just that for humanity. And here is Baxter State Park in the rhythms of life, thanks to Percival Baxter, who had the vision to keep this place in its pristine and untouched